Hello, I am the artist known as Vol, and today my goal is to show you how to bring forth the sound of mares and mare-inspired sounds into this world. This is the introduction video. We're gonna start off by talking a little bit about who I am. Yeah, who gives a shit? Fuck that. So this video series is essentially supposed to act as a primer on music production. Essentially, it's supposed to give you a feel for what's out there. What this video series is not going to be is a comprehensive step-by-step music production tutorial. There are simply way too many skills and disciplines involved in music production for me to cover them in a reasonable amount of time. And there is no one procedure to make a song. Every producer has a unique approach to music production, and those approaches can even change over time. So I can't give you a step-by-step tutorial. What I can do is start you off with the basics, and highlight the common elements that are important in music production. Chances are, if you want to start off in music production, the first thing that you're going to need is a piece of software known as the Digital Audio Workstation, also known as the DAW or DAW. The DAW is a software environment that allows you to do things like recording and manipulating audio clips and MIDI clips. The DAW also acts as a host for plugins, which are virtual instruments and effects that you can use to create your music. On this slide, you will see a bunch of options for DAW software. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. For some of you, you don't care. Now, how do you select a DAW? The main thing that you need to consider as a beginner is mostly the features that the DAW actually has. For instance, the Audacity variants have little to no MIDI manipulation capabilities, which is fine if all you want to do is voiceover work. But, it's not fine if you want to do anything involving music. And I realize that a lot of people watching this might not actually know what MIDI is. In short, MIDI is the musical language for computers. It's how computers store, read, and communicate information about notes and beats. The point I was making is that if you want to make music, your DAW should be able to manipulate MIDI information. On the other hand, LMMS and the Fruity edition of FL Studio have no audio recording capabilities, which can be quite important if you want, recorded guitar or vocals in your songs. Beyond the basic features, your decision as a beginner of which DAW to use is mostly arbitrary. Over time, as you work on music, you may develop preferences for certain workflows that may bias you towards selecting one DAW over another. But once you've selected your DAW, basically you've got to install it and you've got to learn how to use it from tutorials online. Every DAW works differently. Now, beyond the software environment, we have to talk about the actual process of music production, and the way that I've decided to do this is to split up music production into different elements. Who could have seen that coming? First, research. Research for getting ideas for your music, and also to help develop your skills as a music producer. Listening. The skill of how to listen to your own productions and build your musical production skills by listening to others. Composition and arrangement, essentially deciding where the notes and the beats go. Recording. Capturing sound from the real world to generate sound clips. And its brother, editing. Slicing and dicing sound clips and adjusting basic parameters of those clips like timing, pitch, and speed. Writing, the process of writing lyrics. Mixing and mastering, controlling the aspects of our music that aren't directly musical, adjusting parameters like volume and pan, and applying other effects. Sound design, selecting sounds for our tracks or creating new sounds through recording, sampling, synthesis, and effects. And lastly, working with technology, working with the tools of our trade, DAWs, plugins, and in our case, AI software like 15.ai and TalkNet. All of these different skills come together to create the unholy mass that is music production. This concludes the introduction segment. Now for the rest of the videos in this series, I plan to have individual videos explaining each element in more detail. I'm also going to have a demonstration video in which I'll try to demonstrate each of these elements while I make a song about Pi Day. I hope this video series can be of some use to you.